The Butterfly and the Jaguar Cub by the Night Ninja. Chapter 15. Forgiveness is Hard. That one question hung in the air like one of Peppa's clouds. Abuela turned to look at her granddaughter, who seemed to be fiddling with her earring, but looking at the floor.
"What do you think, Mirabel?" asked Alma.
The question had felt like someone had hit her in the gut with a soccer ball. Well, you certainly don't love me. Not after my ceremony. Probably even less after yesterday, said Mirabel quietly. Another soccer ball to the gut.
I could never hate one of my grandchildren, said Abuela.
You never saw me as part of the family. After I didn't get my gift, said Mirabel.
You think I don't love you, Mira, said Abuela.
Mirabel looked at the floor.
Abuela sighed.
What could she say? There was no way for her to fix this, or even to pretend that everything was fine, because it most certainly definitely wasn't. The miracle was listening to Mirabel. Casita adored the girl. How could she have been so blind?
No, she knew what had blinded her. It was her fear. A justified fear at the start, but now. I'm sorry, whispered Abuela.
The candle said it connected with me and gave me some of its power on the night of my ceremony. I would have gotten my room when I turned 20. It could feel the magic fading for years, and if it had decided to wait any longer, then Tonito's ceremony Casita would have fallen. The cracks in the family run deep. I'm trying to help fix them, but you have to fix the foundation before the second floor, said Mirabel.
I want to try to be better for my family, but I need to know just how badly I've hurt them, so I can start, said Abuela.
I don't think I can forgive you yet. I'm still angry and hurt over everything. And just so much is happening and changing that I don't even think I can explain it in words. How badly you hurt me. I think I understand how you felt upon receiving the miracle, being thrust into roles you were unprepared for. But understanding and forgiveness aren't the same, said Mirabel. Her voice still quiet, but now she held her crown in her hands, and was turning it over in her hands, still refusing to look at Alma in the eyes.
After I lost my Pedro, I never got the chance to mourn properly. I let myself become apathetic. I had to be strong for my babies, and for the village. I thought we had to earn our miraculous protection and our gifts. I lost sight of who the miracle was for, and why it was given. Your abuelo loved his family so much that he was willing to give his life for us to be safe. And love isn't something that needs to be earned. I know, and I understand why you can't forgive me yet. But I hope, maybe, we can help each other navigate this new normal, said Abuela.
Mirabel nodded, not trusting herself to speak without sobbing.
Come here, Mira, said Abuela softly, before pulling her into a hug.
Line break. Antonio had gotten bored of the game, and just picked up an age-appropriate book. The whole room was rather quiet now, except for the splattering of rain on the windows, and the occasional roll of thunder. Bruno and Luisa were both fiddling with their new jewellery. Luisa had her tiara in her hands, and Bruno was having fun, making the gold on his pendant catch the light for Passe to chase. So, Mira is going to make new clothes for us, centred around the colours attributed to animals we bond with, or our sides of the family, instead of based on our gifts? Asked Dolores.
I think she wants us to not be defined by our gifts. Instead, let us define them. I get pink and grey with a bit of blue, but you could probably ask her if you want to pick out the colours, said Luisa.
She still hasn't even come to ask me for what I want on my wedding dress, said Dolores.
Mirabel knows all of us better than we know ourselves. I've seen your dress, Lola. You'll love it.
The rest of our dresses for the occasion are more sunset themed, with Mama's side being closer to evening colours, and your Mama's side being bright oranges, yellows and reds of the skyline. No clue of how she was doing hers, Antonio's or Tio's outfits,
but Isa's is a deep indigo with orange accents," said Louisa.
"Oh, I hadn't even thought of the colour scheme. Mariano has been too busy talking to your mamma about the food, so we haven't even had the time to talk about colours yet," said Dolores. "What's this I hear about wedding colours and dresses?" said Papa.
"Mira has all her outfits for Dolores' wedding finished. Tia, your dress is golden yellow with pink accents," said Louisa.
"Oh, that does sound gorgeous," said Papa.
"Did she make one for Abuela?" asked Camilo. "Red and orange, like the sun," said Louisa.
"Speaking of the wedding, Lola, you and I need to talk flowers. No roses or flor de mayo, though," said Isa. "Well, if Mirabelle is going sunset theme, maybe you could get creative with those colours, but no cacti or anything carnivorous," said Dolores. "I'll make some test bouquets later, once this mess is sorted out," said Isa. It's unnerving not being able to hear them talking, but at the same time, I'm relieved. Even in my soundproof room, I couldn't even escape the noise of my own heartbeat. Mama is crying or laughing, and yet the weather is a natural storm that we are completely dry from because we are indoors," said Dolores, looking at the door.
"Do you think Mirabelle will forgive Abuela?" "Should we forgive Abuela?" asked Isa.
Antonio chose that moment to plop down next to Louisa. "Mommy won't forget Abuela until Abuela shows she's actually changing her ways. She hurt my mammy and everyone else, so I can't forgive her yet either. Mammy said it's just like being sorry. You can say the words, but it doesn't make any difference until you show you truly mean it. Forgiveness needs to be earned. You can forgive with all your heart, but it still takes far longer to forget," said Antonio.
"When did you get so wise, Tonito?"
asked Dolores. "I grew up observing the family dynamic. If Abuela did try to force me away from Mammy, if that night hadn't gone like it did, I would have said passe on her. Not hurt her, but just to scare her enough to listen," said Antonio. There was a slight screech from Peppa as a very dapperly clothed rat scurried down Bruno's arm. The sound was immediately followed by Ulietta's laughter that no one had heard since her own wedding day, when Augustine had made an awful pun at the altar. The cause of her current bout of laughter was her sister, standing on the back of the couch.
"Peppa, you put a bow on a 10-foot caiman, yet you are scared of such a distinguished little gentleman?" laughed Ulietta.
The rat puffed up its little chest at his Tia's praise for his dapperness. That only made Ulietta laugh harder, and she was almost struggling to breathe when she noticed her husband's avian friend perched on his head, scanning for signs of danger. He had obviously flown there the moment Peppa screeched. By then everyone else was laughing until Ulietta got the hiccups. End of chapter. Hi guys, I hope you enjoyed that because I sure did. That's a nice chapter. Now I want to say something about Abuela. She obviously does love her family very much, but she is blind, as she said, by her fear. I know that Abuela is wrong, and I can see that... how to phrase this? We all know that Abuela made a lot of mistakes. I am not saying that what she did was right. It's not. It's not. What she did was horrible. But if she does learn to let go of those expectations of her family, that is amazing. By pressuring others to be what we want them to be, we stop them being who they are. And that is a horrible thing to realise that you've been doing. We all hate it when other people pointed that out about others. But when they point it out about ourselves, that's really hard. So I appreciate what Encanto and by extension this fic is doing. Also, I just like that interaction with Mirabelle knowing Dolores so well that she's basically planning her wedding. That's funny, though I don't exactly approve. I think the bride and groom should have the preliminary choices, but I do like the idea of the sunset being the theme with the two different colours from the two different sides of the family. That's a good idea. It's a good idea. Anyway, you guys know the drill. Like, comment and subscribe and hit that bell to get notified for whenever I upload a new video. Have a good day, night or whatever time zone you're in. Bye my guys, gals and non-bino pals. I'll see you in another video. Bye!